Okay, so I'm here at KUMISA fan park, and as I walked here into the fan park, I noticed this young man from a mile away, and I only got to talk to him now. But I knew exactly who he was from far because his branding is so specific and consistent. You always, I would have picked you up in a crowd anyway. This is Mr. Mazwi Fortune, and I've been following him for a while. But what I've seen, like in the last few months, is something's changed. So you were a little guy doing things, and then all of a sudden something shifted. It was a big shift. It was significant. And something catapulted you to another level. And I use that word because you moved a few levels, not only one. You moved a couple. You're not the same man. Without me even knowing you, this is from what I see on your page. Remember, today's the first time I'm meeting you. Anyway, let me not talk too much. I want to know, you've just told me 2 minutes ago that you're doing it all alone. So I'm going to give it all over to you to talk now, but I think some of us want to know, how is it that you've managed to make this step and do so well? How you're doing it?
Hey, firstly, you've got to have a passion, and I think, and you need to have that thing that's going to drive you, and you need to talk to yourself, because I talk to myself a lot, and sometimes people think that I'm crazy, but as I'm working alone, I just take out Mazwi Fortune and I just put him there, because it is easy to give somebody an advice. You understand? It is easy to give somebody else an advice, but it is very difficult to give yourself an advice. So
and to follow it.
I just take Mazwi Fortune and put him there. Then I'm like, what is Mazwi Fortune's problem? How can he solve them? How can he come about the solution? All the kind of stuff. So this is what I do in terms of working alone. I motivate myself a lot. I watch motivational speakers such as Eric Thomas, Les Brown. I also watch other businessmen who are operating their businesses, and I just copy and I just apply the very same thing as they do, but I just put my flavor on it, because I'm Mazwi Fortune. I've got my own signatures here. So now, that is how I do it, to be myself and to push, because that's the only thing I can do. I like to work. That's another thing. I like to work.
So Mazwi, you were saying that you would take a businessman that you're learning from, somebody that's got some of the lessons that you need to learn, copy what they're doing, or duplicate the excellence, and then add your own spin to it. So can you give us an example of somebody that you've done that with, a businessman, and how have you applied it and then put your own spin on it? How has it changed things for you?
I think each person has got his own ambition. Each person has got his own style of doing things. So now I need to learn, maybe let's say, as for my vocals, as for my music, music. I'm me, I do myself, because that's the person who motivates me, is me. So now I do myself. But in terms of conducting a business, owning a business, marketing and all those kind of things, I look at up to people such as Malcolm Tego, as to how does he operate his business, how does he handle things, because as a business person you need to come up with solutions. And
so is Mazwi Fortune a business?
Yeah, Mazwi Fortune, music is business actually. Music is business, and we need to take this seriously, because if we shy away from that fact, we're gonna go astray, because we will not know as to what is expected from us. We will not know as to what moves do we need, as to you need to make a business move. Sometimes you need to make a personal move. We need to differentiate between the two. You understand? So
Okay, so I want to learn from you today, and of course I'm going to take what I learned from you, and I'm going to share it with other people. So, like I said, I watched you. You were small, and then all of a sudden, something shifted. So also now you're talking about Mazwi Fortune being a business. So there must have been a time when you weren't a business. You were just a musician. And it was
an artist. It was only the passion that was driving me.
And
the
then
only thing I could think about creating, go to the studio, recording,
So I can see when I look at you now, you're all business. So when did it change? What triggered the change? And how are you different now?
I've grown so much, such a manner that I do not remember as to when did I change, because I like to work a lot. So now when you're working, you forget or you lose track of what is happening outside your working space. So as a business person and as a musician, as a songwriter and a singer, because if I say I'm a musician, I didn't go to any musical school. I haven't attended any musical school. Nobody
Really?
has taught me anything about music.
Oh my word.
Everything that I am today is myself. I taught myself. I'm a self-taught. I know a little bit of piano. I taught myself. I know a little bit of guitar. I taught myself as well. But just only to put a song in place. Then I will take it to the actual musician who's going to make music out of it, out of the song that I've wrote. You know. So I would say it is all upon the person as to what the person wants. Because if you are passionate about what you are doing, you will forget about what other people are saying about you, and you'll forget about looking cool to other people. By say looking cool, as you can see, it is a competition, and we are all amateurs, and we are here. And I would think that maybe I'm one step ahead of other artists, of which that is wrong. I've seen and I've learned so many things from other artists who have been here, and myself, I'm so very humbled if ever I would be put here and sit here in front of you and talk about myself, because I've learned a lot here today.
That's awesome.
And for me to be sitting here, it's like a dream come true, because I never look at myself as that kind of person who's recognizable, who's got that distinct look, as you have mentioned earlier on, you know. So I'm so humbled and moved. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So, okay, now one of the things that I'm preaching to musicians at the moment, and in fact I need to up my game too, is about being professional. So when you became a business, how are you different to how you were before? You as a person, how is Mazwi Fortune different? Like, what do you do differently? Like, musicians don't know how to become a business and be professional. But how are you different to how you were before?
We are all singers, we are all songwriters. But now, if you practice something, you get better at it. So now, as for myself, I practice a lot, because I need to provide quality service to the people. Maybe who wants to hire me, or people who have hired me needs to talk, needs to put a good word about me. So now I need to provide the quality, and I was still. So I think that is the whole thing behind. The answer that you want right now is to how do you do it. And I don't know, man. I love to work, and I like to give all of me to whatever that I do, and I like to give quality of work to whatever that I do. So I'm into the music business, and the music business is so harsh, so not nice to people who are very weak. So now you need to have a strong mindset, and you need to tell yourself you need to do things, and you need to get things done, because if you don't get things done, you can have the whole picture and the dream. So now we're not calling it a dream. Now we need to be specific as to, on Monday, what are you going to be doing? On Tuesday, what are you going to be doing? You need to start the engine. You need to start, because we can have the whole thing up in the head, but now when are you going to start? So that's the only thing I do, is to care for what I do the most. Because even like let's just say here, there are a lot of artists who have seen these posters as to there's gonna be Mlwazethu competition, Maskandi, Kwaito, and what and so forth. Then there were only few people who cared about it. Then they applied. Then they are here now. This thing has opened a lot of greater opportunities for them, because they cared for this thing most.